Okay, I've been up for an hour and I've been tortured for an hour. An hour, tortured by the same evil blah 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 that I make every day lies me blah 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 blah. And I'm not volunteering. I'm not volunteering to do this. This is coerced. This is me being shook until I turn on the fucking phone and start talking. This is me being coerced. It's like I'm just gonna shake you until you start talking on the fucking phone over and over again and going after my dick pic over and over again with electromagnetic horrible frequencies. Blah 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 blah. That's not me volunteering to do blah 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 blah. That's me being hijacked electronically for 6 fucking years. Tom fucking Whalley, your cousin, in a war. There's a war going on for this planet and a war going on for your mind, Neo. You didn't watch the Matrix movie? You didn't learn about all this fucking shit? You still haven't looked at the Celestine Prophecy movie? I can't help you out. I mean, if it's an obscure movie, it's not that obscure. I can't help you out. I'm sorry, a million different times, Tom Whalley. I'm your cousin, Bob Burrows. I've been your cousin for 57 fucking years. I knew you when you were a little tiny boy. What's it going to take to wake you up, Tom Whalley? I don't know how many times you're going to go out fishing this spring to get away from it all. I'm sorry. It's right here in your fucking hometown. It's a nasty fucking business, Tom Whalley. I can't help you out. Blah, 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 blah. This has been me being electronically hijacked. Go and look at how many fucking videos I made, Tom Whalley, of me being hijacked. The people that are the terrorists are online and imposed virtual reality. I don't know, 42,000 Elon Musk satellites went up. There's satellites everywhere. Trillions of dollars a year at the Pentagon spent on high-tech torture machines, all hidden away from you, Tom Whalley, but trillion after trillion after trillion goes through the Pentagon. And how much goes through the Pentagon of China and the Pentagon of Russia and the Pentagon of Brazil and the Pentagon of Israel every fucking year? You're 57 fucking years old, Tom. 57 times how many trillion dollars? And it's got to the point now where the weaponry is out of Star Trek. And they're attacking me, your cousin, and you're continuing to pretend that there's no Armageddon going on. There is, Tom. There is. There really, really is. It's really, really real. What's going on with me? This shaking is not Parkinson's. It's not. It's electronically hijacking. It's real, Tom Whalley. What is it going to take, asshole, for you to wake up to the fact that your cousin has been under attack? Are you going to just go off and just go fishing as if there's nothing going on? What's it going to take for you to wake up, Tom Whalley? I don't know. I used to think you were a smart person when I was a kid. Now I think you're there's bigger stupid people than you, Whalley. There really are. I don't know. I can't think of a single person, though, Tom. I don't know. When we were kids, we could play billionaire and we could put a price tag on an oil company. I don't know, when you were like 11 years old, you could play billionaire. You lost the ability to, use your brain. Your brain at 12 years old was good enough to play billionaire. It's just that I'm questioning all of your intelligence at age 57. I think you need to go to Hogarth Riverview Manor and check yourself in. Tell them that you're fully dementiated at 57. You got really early onset dementia, Tom Whalley. That's the only thing the only way I can put it out. If I can't get words, Tom Whalley, it's because I'm being electronically hijacked. What does it take? What does it take for you to realize that all that shit on Star Trek, that was 1967? I don't know. 55 more years of military research? Aren't they telling you on TV that's World War III on the fake fucking news channel? It's 100% fake news. Because this is 100% controlled news. So that they can keep you stupid, Tom Whalley. Because you're the most stupid. I don't know, you're not. If I look around and I see nothing but stupid people, Tom. Why are you acting as if nothing is going on, Tom? Why are you gray rocking me? Do you know what gray rock is? It's that psychological technique of making people like me go away. Just keep ignoring it. What do you think is going to happen, Tom? The New World Order takes over. More and more New World Order. What's going to happen to you, Tom? Well, you got your pension to look forward to, and you got lots of more years of you being the outdoorsman. You are in a box. You just draw a box around your head. Tom Whalley. And what are you? You're a character from the Matrix. You have not grown. I don't see any growth in your whole fucking life in 57 fucking years. I don't know. You do the same Groundhog Day existence, Tom Whalley. You are a Groundhog Day. Is it not true? Your job is the same job all the time, Mr. Tax Collector? If you were going to be put on the who's who of planet Earth, what would it say about you, Tom? What did you do with your life, Tom? What did you do? The answer is always going to be, I don't know. The who's who on planet Earth. I don't know. You've been there for 57 years. Did you make a difference, Tom? In someone's life? What did you do with your life, Tom? In 57 years. The who's who. I don't know, in your afterlife, Tom. You kick the bucket at, I don't know, 99 years old. You have an afterlife life review, Tom. And they're going to sit you down, Tom Whalley. And they're going to look at you and say, okay, Tom, well, I'm, on the who's who of planet Earth. What did you do in 99 years on planet Earth? Because I'm looking in the who's who book and you didn't do anything. You didn't make any difference whatsoever on planet Earth. And you didn't do anything in your own life to make you grow as a person. They're just looking down at what you did. Groundhog Day. Year after year after year. Groundhog Day. And your expertise is, well, I don't know. Your expertise is being a tax collector and I don't know. I know everyone's going to say, everyone knows what you're an expert at, Tom. Everyone knows where your expertise is, Tom. It's just that, in the grand scheme of things going on planet Earth during this lifetime, none of that mattered to you? It seems they're just going to keep telling you over and over again. Tom Whalley, you don't have any sense of civilization? You're on planet Earth. And for 57 years, it's like, you don't consider planet Earth to be a civilization that you can... Nothing. I'm being electronically harassed and attacked, Tom. Every day. Why? Because I stand for something, Tom. I don't know, a year ago, Tom Whalley, I was committed to the psych ward. Because I told you all then, I don't know if you watched my videos then, Tom, but, in the old Soviet Union, they took people who were against the government and against everything, and they threw them in psychiatric prisons. They called them psychiatric hospitals, but they were prisons for dissidents. Soviet dissidents, Tom. Against the regime. Tom Whalley. Have you forgotten about that? You got to stand for something, Tom, in your life. You remember Aunt Nan? Silver Cross mom? Remember Aunt Nan? Her son, Doug Wallace, fought for freedom in World War II and lost his life. He stood for something, Tom Whalley. What did you stand for? In your lifetime, I don't know. They're going to say after 99 years of you going and doing what you do so well, Tom. How did that contribute to civilization? Well, across town, your cousin was being attacked for years and years and years because he stood for something. And you still don't understand what I stand for, Tom. I don't know. You never respond, Tom. And I saw you walk down the hall in the Valhalla, and you just would rather lope along like a wolf with your bottle of wine than stop and talk to me. I haven't seen you in, I don't know, has it been 5 years? I send you emails regularly, and you never respond, Tom. And all I get is shook up all night long because of electronic harassment, because I stand for something. If you don't understand what I stand for, you just think I'm a schizophrenic. The Soviet Union dissident. I don't know, we've had nothing but revolution after revolution in countries all over the world in your lifetime, Tom. You just got yourself all perfectly set up, Tom. You just got to look forward to, your pension and more of what you like to do, groundhog. I know, you think it's wonderful, what you do. We all know when you got free time what you do, Tom. We all know. We all know your association. We all know. We all know about it. It's just incredibly selfish. You're the most selfish fucking people. Because that's all you do. You never put any effort into the civilization that you need. You stupid asshole, because you're always just, it's all set up with the government will do it, I'll just, because it doesn't work. Worldwide homeless problem. Not fixed. You're 57 fucking years old. What are you going to say? This is stupid. I'd make a personal effort for something on the planet. I don't know, pick a cause, Tom, other than your favorite sport. I see you as an incredibly selfish person, Tom Whalley. A useless waste of space. You don't want to talk to me in the hall of the Valhalla? Why not? What's wrong with your head, cousin of mine? What's wrong with you, Tom? There's something drastically wrong with you, Tom Whalley. Tom Whalley, you're a fuckface. You're a typical person. Why don't you want to be an outstanding person, Tom Whalley? Why? Do you think being Bob Azumi? He's got a big name, Tom. Bigger than you. So shut the fuck up, asshole. I chastise everybody, Tom. It's my job. Because I'm tortured, and what comes out of my mouth when I'm tortured is, right now, it's you. And you can surround yourself with a bunch of people who think just like you, and you do. Because it makes you insulated from reality, Tom. While Armageddon was going on planet Earth, you were in your box, Tom Whalley. Because that's what's going on. Remember Star Wars? It was, the fight to free the galaxy from evil. It's really going on, Tom. It's really going on. That's what's going on. Star Wars is going on. And Earth is a battlefield. I don't know, it wasn't that long ago that you could look up and see chemtrail trains up there. Those trains and planes that can't help you up, because I didn't mean to say trains. I'm being hijacked over and over again, day after. I can't work as a personal support worker. I can't, Tom, because I'm hijacked. Why would they why would somebody attack a personal support worker, Tom? They don't attack me because I look after old people. They don't. They attack me because I'm a light worker. What does it mean? It means that I raised my consciousness. And you're going to say you look like an insane schizophrenic. Blah, 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 Tom fucking Whalley. Go fuck yourself. What does it take for you to wake up? Doug Wallace, Aunt Nan's son. Was he a real person or not? Was Aunt Nan real when you were younger? Aunt Nan. Was she real or not? She was real, Tom. And her son died not that long ago with common cause with me. Freedom for planet Earth. They didn't get it by killing all that stuff. They didn't get it. Well, we didn't know. We didn't have the internet in those days. We didn't fully understand how rich the 1% were and how much they control the media and how much they control what gets to us through the news. We didn't know in those days. We know now. We know how much the 1% controls the media, a controlled narrative. We know. Doug Wallace died for freedom. Aunt Nan's son. I don't know how to put I'm being hijacked. I can't get words. This is hijacking. Because the people who are being torturing me are on the line when the virtual reality imposed. Some probably by satellite, military satellite. How many are there up there? 42,000 of Elon Musk's. Tom Whalley. We live in a very high-tech society. And I'm being attacked because I stand for something. If you want to understand what I stand for, watch the Celestine Prophecy movie. You can stream it for $10. If you really want to get on board what's going on planet Earth, that's the best place to start, the Celestine Prophecy movie, because you'll see Jürgen Prochnow, the German actor, plays a bad guy, and those bad guys are the people who are attacking me. In real life, Tom. That's what's really going on, Tom Whalley. I don't know what it takes to shake you awake. What does it take, Tom? Wasn't Star Trek full of conflict? Wasn't television full of conflict? You don't think that there's conflict on the planet right now? Because you checked out, Tom Whalley? You really did. You just checked out for a whole lifetime. You're not going to get any karmic merit for checking out and being a selfish fisherman. You're not. And you're going to get horrible, horrible karma for going around eating meat and shooting animals. I don't care what your fucking biologist said. Spiritually, it's horrible karma on you, Tom Whalley. I can't help you out. I chew out everybody for their meat eating. After 57 years of you chewing down on meat, do you think that maybe you can lift yourself spiritually and say, hey, maybe I've eaten enough meat? Now, maybe I can go and explore vegetarian food. I don't know. How many times do people got to talk to you about, those animals are sentient and they know that they're being hunted, and in those factory farms, those animals know. You talk to your Uncle Dave. Your Uncle Dave worked at the meat packing plant in Winnipeg when he was 20 years old. Because he told us all that those animals knew that they were going to be killed. Because in your next life, Tom Whalley, did you ever think reincarnationally that you might come back as, I don't know, a lot of cows, a lot of chickens, a lot of, I don't know, do you eat pork? You don't want to learn about karma? You already know, Tom. No, you know. Why are you in denial? Because you don't have any balls, Whalley. You have no testicles. You have no intestinal fortitude. You are a yellow-bellied sapsucker, like your brothers, the three of you, chicken shit. Because I'm still calling you chicken shit. And I'm looking up at your dad. And your dad is shaking his head at you three assholes. You three stooges. Because your dad knew the score. He knew. He was through and through NDP, and he knew that the 1% were out to screw all of us. That's why your dad was involved with unionism. Because he knew we have a huge enemy called the 1%. He knew it. And you three stooges are like, fuck Don Whalley. You three stooges. Should have been the other way around. I should have been Don Whalley's son, and you should have been Dave Burrows' sons. The three stooges. Years ago at the old camp, Dave Burrows would be grilled by, it would be Philip and Don, and the rest of us would look on, and Dave would defend, capitalist Great Lakes paper. But you were all on the side of Great Lakes paper these days. And, Dave Burrows, he's an asshole. He's an unbelievable, horrendous asshole. His politics are your politics, and they're horrendous. They're elitist, and they're running, no. Your dad stood for something. For making this country and this world better. Because he was with the Union and the NDP. He stood for something, and I stand with him. It's just stupid. I don't know why you don't spend, more time with Dave and Sue. Because they're just like you, fuck-faced. What's it going to take for you to get angry that I'm calling you a fuck-faced, chicken shit, fuck-face thing? What's it going to take? I don't know. When you drop dead, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going to be this, a bunch of spiritual people, advanced souls that are going to give you the same talk, Tom. They're just going to say, we're not going to give you another lifetime as a human being, Whalley. Because you had your lifetime as a human being and that's what you did with it, you selfish fuck. And they're going to say, I don't know. Do we want to give you any more lifetimes at all? Do you want to be an ant? Tom Whalley. Because that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, you did nothing as a soul during the time of the Great Ascension, the Great Awakening. You did nothing. You're a spirit having a human experience, Whalley, and all you did is selfish things for yourself. They're going to say, I don't know, do you really want to be an ant? Because they're going to look at you again and again and say, Tom Whalley. Because they do. They're the ones who decide whether you get another human lifetime or not. The advanced souls of planet Earth. Jesus. You remember Jesus? You used to go to the church when you were a kid. Jesus? Yeah, people that, are like Jesus are the ones who decide. Tom Whalley, you're on probation, fuckface. Because Earth is a purgatorial realm. David R. I can't help you out because I'm being hijacked. I can't get the words. I'm sorry. David R. Hawkins, Consciousness Research, told us. You can go and find the video lecture somewhere on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, he co-wrote Orthomolecular Biology with Linus Pauling. Linus Pauling won the Nobel Prize. David R. Hawkins is no fly-by-night snake oil salesman. He co-wrote a book, a textbook, with the guy who won the Nobel Prize. You stupid fuckface. What does it take? What does it take to shake the fucking garbage out of your fucking head? You look like the straw man from the Wizard of Oz. You stupid fucking animal. You're so fucking stupid. What does it take for me to shake you loose? You live in purgatory. You're on probation, Whalley. That's the way it is. You are, motherfucker. This place is a place where people like you, selfish people, are given an opportunity to prove to us that you've grown since your last lifetime. And I'm giving you a heads up. You haven't. You're a selfish fuck. Because you're going to have to deal with a bunch of people like me when you're 99, you drop dead, Tom. In the afterlife. Because this is what it's going to be like. You're going to be grilled. Motherfucker, you're going to be grilled and called a motherfucker. Because across town, your cousin who was standing for something, a better world, was being tortured year after year after year because he stood for something. While you're out fishing, fuckface. It's on you, Whalley. People like me will judge you based upon the quality of your character. Your character is garbage. From the garbage dump. You're a selfish fuckface. Pretending not to understand. As if it'll all go away while you're out babazoomiing. You stupid fuckface. That's the way it's going to be, Whalley. Nobody is going to give you another human lifetime because of the way you are. So, you want to be an ant? Do you want to be a cow? That's all they're going to give you. Because you don't think Jesus has got the power of life and death over you? If it's not him, then who is in charge of, organizing the afterlife? Another civilization, when you drop dead, what do you think happens? You don't think there's reincarnation? Then why do we have this enormous number of Hindus in India that believe in it? Why do we have the Tibetans that spend a lifetime meditating who tell you all about what goes on? Why do you have the ascended masters? Do any of these things ring a bell with you, you ignoramus? What is it going to take to shake you loose? Shit for brains? What does it take, Tom Whalley? What does it take to wake you up? Where's your vision for the next 7 generations of humans on this planet? What have you set up for the next 7 generations of you? Because if you did get another human lifetime, what have you done to make this place a better world for you? If you're reincarnated, if you die at 99, you reincarnate at 101. Have you fixed any of the problems? You can't tell me that everything's perfect on planet Earth. You're a lazy-minded fuckface. Selfish beyond belief, Whalley. It's kind of a funny name. Because it's just, there's that, Pixar movie about Wall-E. He's a Roomba. And his job is to go and clean up the planet while a bunch of fat fuckers are off in a spaceship. I don't know. Wall-E was really doing something a bunch of lazy, selfish people didn't want to do. I don't know. It goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. You don't even give me a thumbs up, that I took the time out because it really... I got nothing else to do but be shook all night long by electronic harassment because don't forget, I'm giving you this video, but on the virtual reality are the terrorists that have been terrorizing me for 6 years, Tom. Because I stand for something. Do you really want to know what's going on? I gave you the Celestine Prophecy movie on YouTube. Prime disclosure. They put up a new news broadcast every day. There's a million other people who are allied with Prime disclosure. Earth Ascension, 5D Earth, 5th dimension. There's millions and millions of people around the world. Tens of millions, I don't know, enormous numbers of people. You're on board with Earth Ascension. Prime disclosure, go watch. Every day. See the number of people. And those are just I can't help you out. I can't help you out. What does it take, Tom Whalley? What happens if they don't give you another human lifetime? I don't know. A lot of people think they're just going to be extinguished at the end of this human lifetime anyways. Is there a purpose to life, Tom? Is there a purpose? The Maringovian in the Matrix would say you gotta have purpose. And you being a tax collector is no purpose at all. took the lazy man's way, as far as I'm concerned. Who am I to judge you? I can't help you out, Tom. I'm being attacked every day, all day long. I can't work, Tom, because I stand for something. Remember the song on the Scarecrow album? John Mellencamp? You got to stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. You fall for everything, Tom. I don't know, because it's almost like, I don't know, so many people, they just check out. They don't want to listen to spiritual reality. Spiritual reality is, there really is a progression of consciousness, lifetime after lifetime. There's lots of other worlds that you can't see. They're not visible to us because they're just not. They're veiled from us. All kinds of stuff that we're told. I'm being attacked some more, Tom. I gotta go. Because I've got Clancy Wiggum in the virtual reality breathing down my neck. Who's Clancy Wiggum? Remember from The Simpsons? The police chief? How would you like to have a human being, a terrorist, use electronic, an app? You've seen the kids with these apps that'll app your face and app your voice. Well, somebody uses that, something like that, so that it's beamed into me, and it's Clancy Wiggum. Another voice they use, it sounds like an actor, a voice actor who used to do commercials, like the beer commercials for Molson in like the 1980s. They go and they grab people's voices, voice prints, and they put them in the computer, and then they beam them at me. Do you want to know the level of technology? Do you have Netflix? Watch that Keanu Reeves movie from about 4 years ago, Replicas, where they upload a person's mind into a computer and then download it into another person's body. No. I'm sorry, I'm hijacked, Tom. If I can't get the right, anyways, Netflix, Replicas, upload your mind and then download you into a robot body. How about that? That's what that's all about. Them regrowing you a clone body. Maybe you want to go put yourself into another Tom Whalley body. Well, if you want that technology, Tom, who's going to give it to you? Because if it exists, it's all the 1% in their deals with the off-worlders. Because the secret space program is an open secret. David Wilcock, New York Times best-selling author, authorized by the 1% to tell us all about the secret space program. David Wilcock, Corey Good, William Tompkins, lots of other whistleblowers. I'm being blocked from giving you even more, Tom. Do you think I really want to go and act like a Sesame Street character, shaking like this? I don't. It's involuntary because the terrorists are on the line with me. And they never go away, Tom. I can't turn them off, and they have not left me in 6 fucking years, Tom. I'm a targeted person. So anyways, there's 33 minutes of your life review, Tom Whalley. Are you going to change? Is the question the Ascended Masters are asking you. At 57 years of age, are you going to make a change? If you ask me, I'm going to say he's not going to change. If you ask me, you didn't watch this video. If you ask me, Tom Whalley, you're not going to get another human lifetime. Well, consciousness researcher David Hawkins said, somebody like you, a householder, is what you're called in the spiritual literature. Everyone is classified. It goes back hundreds, thousands of years in spiritual human history. Different classifications of types of spirits that are here. I'm getting screwed with it, I can't tell you, because this is all electronic hijacking. Wayne Kealoe Powell is somehow involved with organized darkness on this planet. There is organized evil. Wayne Kealoe Powell was my teacher, a spiritual teacher. Not so much spiritual teacher, but he did do spiritual teachings. But he does Hawaiian massage, lomi lomi. He can massage, incredibly good massage. Incredibly good. I don't know. You've never had a massage until you've had a professional lomi lomi massage. Wayne Kiloipao can give you a massage. His teacher was a Hawaiian kahuna, and I might be able to find the video. His teacher was so good at giving a lomi lomi massage, he gave a woman an orgasm with massage. Yeah. Anyways, my lomi lomi teacher, I'm not very good at doing that, and I'll beat up, and I can't do it. Because it's, anyways, electronic fibromyalgia is what I have. Rife frequencies, R-I-F-E, you can look that one up. Write it down. It's a real thing. Wayne Kialoi Powell, I don't know, he's about 72 years old now, has a very, very big shadow. What's a shadow? It's a psychology term. Carl Jung, father of psychology, worked with the shadow. It's parts of the human psyche that are, well, dark. How dark? Well, Wayne Kialoi Powell, in his dark aspect, comes here to Thunder Bay to pile on all the other demonic people who attack me. In consciousness, there's a whole pile of people who are attacking me. Why would Wayne Powell, my spiritual teacher, attack me? Well, because he has not processed his ego. And ego is edging God out. If you edge God out, then you are evil. And there's parts of Wayne that are just unexamined. The unexamined soul. You would think, I know, you would think, but it's just the way it is. His generation. Selfish people. I mean, he can do an amazing job with massage, and he's got all kinds of knowledge about all kinds of stuff related to Hawaiian spirituality. He's, I don't know, his mother is from Cuba, and I guess his father is from America. He's, American. He can sing and play the guitar. He's very talented. He's known as a kahuna ana ana. A kahuna ana ana is a dark sorcerer. Because he's got advanced spiritual skills. When you get a lomi lomi massage, it's not just a massage. They call in the Hawaiian spirits. The spirits. Spirits are real, Tom. They're really real. Well, I mean, I had these lomi lomi experiences. They're real. Spirituality is real. It's real. It is real, Tom. It's real. It really is. Anyways, those Hawaiian healing spirits are real. And Wayne Kialoi Powell has done, I don't know, whatever his darkness has done, I don't know. But he has the ability to project himself at me and join the band of devils that bedevil me. Kahuna Ana Ana is a dark sorcerer. It's all written about in Hawaiian folklore. And that's what that white American haole has done. What's a haole? A haole is a Hawaiian term for a white person without breath. Haole. Without breath. Without breath, you're a dead thing. And that's why the Hawaiians always called us white people dead. Because we don't have breath. What is breath? Oneness with nature. Without breath. Unconnected to nature. How did Wayne Powell get unconnected to nature? Unprocessed ego. A huge shadow. What is Wayne's biggest problem? He's a know-it-all. He's unwilling to share power with others. The example is, I did a number of teaching things where I went as a student to learn Lomi Lomi. And there was a number of other, being hijacked, electronic warfare on me. Just to let you know that, they're still there, because that's what they just told me to tell you. Now I've lost my place. You ever get a brain fart? Tom Whalley? It's on the tip of your tongue. It's just organic human, part of, the human condition. That's what we were all told, Tom. If you have had a muddled day and a brain farts or something, well, you've been attacked. Stuart Wilde, metaphysical teacher and author, he talked about the hidden nightmare of planet Earth. Fat controllers, people who monitor you and have for your whole life. Does that sound far-fetched? I know, but we're so dumbed down. Stuart Wilde was a spiritual teacher, and he could scare the pants off you. StuartWilde.com, StuartWilde.com. Lots of articles in there, eye-openers. Are they true? They're absolutely true. It's horrendous how hoodwinked we are. Because there's a lot of people who watch us surreptitiously. Corey Good, the whistleblower I mentioned earlier, talked about that. There's a race of beings called the Anchar that watch us on closed-circuit TV. They watch you going fishing, Tom. They watched everything that ever happened to you, Tom. Do you remember? I don't know. It's really like it's a horrible, horrible episode of Star Trek. The original series was called The Cage. It was the 2-part episode, The Cage, also known as The Menagerie. Do you remember that one? It was the original pilot episode before Captain Kirk. Like, I remember I'm being blocked. It's not like I can't remember. A brain fart? No, it is electronic harassment, and they block your ability to get words. Remember how advanced those people were in the cage? Well, there's human beings who are, I don't know, they can't really create, I don't know, they're well on their way to becoming the cage keepers, Tom. With the technology that they're using, that's what they're working on developing. Even harder to escape from Matrix, a harder cage for you to get out of. Because if you don't get out of the cage in this lifetime, it's going to be... Maybe they'll put you back in as a human for another lifetime, and another lifetime. You're never going to be able to fully understand the nature of your reality, Neo. Because you won't take the red pill. I don't know, I was going to talk to you about something else, and it was the brain fart. The brain fart thing. It ain't a brain fart. Everybody on planet Earth is monitored, and it's not just, WikiLeaks telling you that the NSA is monitoring your phone. It's way more advanced than that, Tom Whalley. Smart dust was introduced to us, the idea of a little tiny microscopic smart dust that's, got cameras and sound on it. A Popular Science magazine in, 1989. I don't know, I think it's more advanced than that. They directly tie in to consciousness. Vanilla Sky movie. Tom Cruise. Psychic people who had precognition. They knew what people intended on doing. And they were monitoring consciousness on planet Earth to watch for people who had murderous intent. Directly through consciousness. People who had raised their consciousness on the scale of human consciousness so much that their intuition and psychic abilities came online. And they could monitor all of the humans on planet Earth for murderous thoughts. That's presented as pop culture, Vanilla Sky. I don't know, we had like Marilyn McCoo and the Solid Gold Dancers and Dionne Warwick and the Psychic Friends. People call psychics every day. At the Airlane Hotel last week, the psychic circus was in town. You can't make it go away by just saying it's all woo-woo. You can't make it go away, Tom. You can't. What are you going to do now, Tom Whalley? Well, you're going to look at me and say, there's nothing I can do in this fucked up world, Bob, and that's why I spend all my time out, doing that thing that you doesn't think it is worthy of me or something. Why do I have to have this, Tom? Because I ache. My muscles ache with fibromyalgia. It's horrible. One day, after they hijacked me, they flipped a switch, and instantaneously, fibromyalgia in my body. Flip of a switch. And they put fibromyalgia in my body. Rife frequencies, R-I-F-E. William Rife studied this in like the 1920s. There are frequencies of electromagnetic radiation that will make you sick or that will it'll help heal you. It's always studied over 100 years ago. And that's just what they told us. I don't know. It's 47 minutes. Does this help? It softens up my muscles. Enough? No. Is it worth it? Yes. Does it get you high? It doesn't get you high. No. This should get an elephant high. It should. Concentrate. It doesn't get me high. It loosens my muscles a little bit. Really bad in my neck. Really bad. My shoulders and neck, especially. But it's it's everywhere. This fibromyalgia, and it's man-made. How do you get out of this matrix of problems? You got to raise your consciousness, Tom. You. How do you raise your consciousness? There's a million videos on YouTube for free. Know how to raise your consciousness? Yo, sir. You gotta stop eating meat. You gotta stop hunting. Do you need to stop fishing? I don't know, there's that Nirvana song. That fish don't have any feelings. Do you remember that song? Kurt Cobain song? I don't know if it was me and I was caught by the lip with, that sharp hook. I don't think it would feel good. Even for catch and release. I know, you got all your biology studies in there, lower life form or whatever, and it gives you so much joy and pleasure, all the same. There's the Jain people. Jain. In India. Go look them up. Go see how far they go to protect life. They go so far that, like if there's a head of lettuce that they're growing, They won't cut off the head of lettuce. They will apologize to the plant profusely and take a leaf of this plant or that plant and leave the plant growing. The Jain people, if they had their druthers, they wouldn't eat at all. So, there are people that go to extremes the other way. Voracious meat eating here in North America, and the Jain people in India going so far out of their way they don't even want to harm a head of lettuce. That's the scale that you are on, Thomas Whalley. When in the afterlife they give you life review, they're going to say, on the scale of humans, there were the Jain people and there was you, great white hunter. That's the reality that you will face, because there are 1 billion people in India. Mr. Whalley, you are an insignificant soul. And yes, you live in the middle of nowhere. And you might think it's White City. But you live on a population of 8 billion people. And in a vast universe where there's all kinds of advanced souls, way more advanced on the scale of human consciousness than you. And their job is to supervise you because you're in probation. This is a purgatorial realm. David R. Hawkins told you through me, the guy who co-wrote orthomolecular biology with the Nobel Prize-winning scientist Linus Pauling. I'm not bullshitting you, Thomas Whalley. I am not about to waste my time and be shook all night long by evildoers. They attack me because I tell the truth, Tom. And they try and kill me every day. They try and choke me by... I don't know why they don't send a hitman. It would be more efficient. I don't know. The illogic of the evil people knows no bounds. The stupidity of evil. It's beyond stupid. But, with enough money, and they have all this money, stupid people do conduct terrorist operations that are just stupid. In the end, it doesn't serve them. It gives them horrible, horrible karma. And there's no way to pay it off because of the amount of evil they've done to me. And in the end, they can't stop Earth ascension. The collective consciousness of the planet was at 90 on the scale of human consciousness at the time of Jesus 2,000 years ago. In 1987, for the first time ever, it went over 200 on the scale of human consciousness because a lot of mass meditations in 1987. I didn't know. We didn't have the internet in those days. They must have used snail mail to connect with people and say, at this time, we're going to do group meditation. But they did it. 200 is an amazing dividing line between negativity and positivity. Courage is 200 on the scale of human consciousness. I don't know. It's an hour in. Do you want me to talk some more? You can just go into David R. Hawkins and watch David R. Hawkins. But you're on probation, Tom. Everybody on planet Earth is on probation. That's what happens in purgatory. Your job is to come in with whatever your calibrated level of consciousness was in your last lifetime. You come in as a child and you live your life. And your job here on planet Earth is to raise your consciousness and make yourself fit for celestial worlds. Better worlds than this that don't have horrible violence. But you're doing horrible violence every time you eat meat, Tom Whalley. So you're not going to get a chance at one of those better worlds because the world as it is the kind of world that you like because you get to do the things that you like to do here. But this world is full of nothing but horror for human beings. So, it comes part and parcel with, you want a place where you can eat meat. It's also going to come with unbelievable amounts of warfare and violence and packs of lies and controlled behavior. And in the future, it's going to be locked down more and more. And they're going to need less and less people like you, Tom, because you're not a one percenter. And you won't be reborn into a Illuminati bloodline like the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds. And as there are more and more robots doing the jobs that humans could do, there's less and less need for people who aren't the 1%. And the Georgia Guidestones, if you look them up, it says they do plan to reduce the world's population by billions and billions of people. They plan to cull the human population. So, as far as your rebirth as a human, there's not going to be 8 billion people. I don't know. I can't remember if it's 500 million. They want to reduce the population, and, they don't need you, Tom, to collect taxes in your next lifetime. Because they don't need all of us. In the past, they needed us to do human labor. In the future, why would they need so many of us? Get rid of all of us, because with the high-tech world, they don't need us. They're just going to turn it all into wilderness so, Klaus Schwab can go hunting where you like to go hunting. Your dad talked about that. These great forested lands, and he did worry that some rich German guy was going to go and buy up all those lands and you weren't going to be able to access those lands. That problem has got worse, Tom. But that's what the plan is. So how are you going to get one of those slots to reincarnate and be a fisherman in your next lifetime? There's no plan other than reducing world population, and the only people they're going to want are high-tech people that can keep their high-tech stuff going, and sex slaves. That's about it. The sex slaves will be double trained, they'll have to become executive chefs and things. That was incorrect. That was hijacked. Not an executive chef. An executive chef doesn't do the chefing. Because I'm being like, there really are people. There's people on the virtual reality around me that hijack me all the time. This is not me acting. Look at my videos from, 3 months ago, year and a half ago. I'm attacked every single day, every single video, Tom. It's the no bullshit. This is reality. This is spiritual reality, and you can't go away from it. It doesn't go away, Tom. So the ascended masters that you would meet when you drop dead at 99 are giving you the heads up. This is the way it's going to go. If you don't do anything, this is your last human lifetime on planet Earth. Because if you won't fight for freedom now, then no one's fighting for your freedom. No one's fighting for you to get another life. Because it's Star Wars, and the afterlife dimension is, it is managed. Because this is a probationary planet. And you're on probation. Everybody's on probation. And the answer to the question, what did they want me to do? Raise your consciousness on the scale of human consciousness. That is what you are here to do on probation. Period. Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by David R. Hawkins is the textbook. There's your hour lecture. An hour of my lifetime. I didn't volunteer to talk to you, Tom, for an hour. My brothers, I would have slept. They woke me up at 5 this morning and started torturing me. Again, happens every day. I'm your cousin Bob at the Valhalla Inn because I used to live with Mom and Dad. But they're like you. They insist that I've got some mental disorder. I have politics, Tom. My politics are 5D Earth, 5th dimension, Celestine Prophecy movie. I have politics, and my politics make me a dissident to the 1%. That is why I'm attacked. Prime disclosure on YouTube. The Celestine Prophecy movie. The Ascended Masters. The Georgia Guidestones. The Menagerie episode of Star Trek. The Matrix movie. Red pill, blue pill. Scale of human consciousness. I don't know. I don't expect anybody got an hour into this video.